Aloha, madam. I think you did a wonderful job today. Quick chord review, okay? We're going to be playing a C major. And as we talked about, there's 4 strings on the ukulele, but we really only need 3 notes to make a chord, or a triad. So when we play a chord that has 4 notes, one of those is going to be doubled, okay? So when we play a C major, we already have a C, an E, and a G. Those are our open strings. So when we play this additional C, we've got 4 strings, 4 notes, C, E, G, and C. If I change one of the C's to a B, we get a 3-note chord plus another note. That other note is our chord of the day, and it's going to be called a C major 7. Woo! Can you do me a favor? Can you play this with me using all of our rhythms of measurement? Our meter. The first one's going to be a whole note. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1, 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2. Now let's do half notes on the 1 and 3. Ready? 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3. And we're going to do our quarters now, all on the downstrokes. 1, 2, 3, and 4. 1, 2, 3, 1. Now, because I'm counting the 1 and, I'm only doing the downstrokes. When I do 1 and 2 and 3 and 4, I'm going down and up, which means I'm no longer just doing a downstroke. I'm putting 2 quarter notes. Here's one, here's another. So our down up becomes something called an 8th note. And I count those by going 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. My hand comes down here in slow motion to play my fingernails and plays my fingernails. Fingernails, fingernails. I'm going between this arc, going up and down, and when I'm not playing, they're just considered rests. A lack of tonal music. However, it's still rhythm, and it's still music. So our quest this week is to go through the process of seeing 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 E and a 2 E and a 3 E and a 4 E and a. 16th notes are hard. If we go slow enough in the beginning with our quarter notes and our half notes and our whole notes, our 8th notes and our 16th notes don't seem so fast, okay? So for this week, can you learn how to play your C major 7? Using a couple different fingerings. It's okay to use whatever finger. I really enjoy the 2nd finger because it's the closest to my spiders, and it just feels natural to be on the 2nd finger with the 2nd fret. Other than that, what we're going to do is we're going to take the C major that you have. We're going to show you that when we play the F major that you also have and add just this note right below it on the same fret, we get a D minor. When you and I are talking about do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, do, that 8th note is actually the same as the 1st. Yeah? So we really only have 7 diatonic notes. Those mean they come from the major and from the minor. In each key, there are 2 of those 7 notes that have the same amount of sharps and flats. You and I, we're just gonna play through those. And here's what they look like. Here's something to be looking forward to. C major. D minor. Remember, it looks like an F major, but we put down our finger on the 2nd fret of that thick string, the C string. Gives us a D minor. The next note is going to be an E minor. I love this one. We put our first finger up here on the high A string, then on the E string, then on the C string, and we leave the G string open. But our 3 fingers are going over a fret and down a string. Beep boop, beep boop, beep boop. And it gives us a very melancholy tone called the E minor. And then we have our chord, the F major. Why? Because we had A, B, C, D, E, F, G, A, B, C, D, F, G. We just started with C. C, D, E, F major. Then we have our G major. Looks like our little triangle. We've got our first finger on the C string to make a D. We've got our second finger on the A string to make a B note. And then our third finger wraps around for the G note right here on the 3rd fret. That's a great chord, G major. And it's a special one because it's the 5th. When we turn this one into a G7, it becomes our diminished. Watch this. C, D minor, E minor, F major, G major. After G is our beloved A minor. And then rather than calling this a G7, we're gonna call it a B diminished. And the reason being, we'll talk about it next week, but I'll just give you a hint. I don't say things twice when talking. That would be silly. Therefore, I wouldn't say C major, D minor, E minor, F major, G major, A minor, G7, C. Well, what happened to B? C, D, E, F, G, A, G, B. Now granted, G major 7, G dominant 7, but chords have 2 names, like first names and last names. I call this one G7, but in the context of C major, it's called B diminished. C, D, E, F, G, A, B diminished, C. Anywho, we're gonna talk about this next week. Try and play those rhythms and use your new chord of the week while reviewing your C major, F major, G major, and then your new chord of the week. Play with your teeter-totters, okay? I really enjoyed seeing you this week. I'm gonna send along a little resource where we're gonna clap along with these. Just try the first page. You don't have to do all of the lesson exercises from this website, just the first one. Have fun with it and clap with it, okay? It's good seeing you, and I'll see you next week. Aloha.